Okay guys, so here we are in a vintage daily event and we are in the finals. And we're playing against footemanchu, who I believe is playing red-blue Delver, young Pyromancer build. We've got a pretty good opener here. We're a little vulnerable to Wasteland, or a lot vulnerable to Wasteland, but I think this is perfectly a good keep, and hopefully we can just jam a lodestone here and follow that up with a metamorph on the lodestone. So he's playing the Delver deck, which is fine. Black Lotus would be sure good here. Okay. So let's see if we can jam a lodestone here. Can we get through a Force of Will? He's thinking about it. Okay, so we are getting forced, which I think is fine as long as we don't get wastelanded. If we do get wastelanded, it's far more difficult to beat his deck because we're literally trying to top deck a land to even stay in the game. So he is flipped a mental misstep, which is an insignificant card. So we know it's not a wasteland. We just have to hope that one of the other three cards in his hand isn't a wasteland or strip mine. Okay, so he's kept a one-lander, and that is really good for us. Really, really good, because if this lands, then we're far stronger. So he's still thinking about it, so he must... I'm wondering if he doesn't have another Force of Will here. Which would be unfortuitous, but that's going to happen from time to time. So we did resolve, so that's really good for us. If he misses on land here, we should have this locked up, I would think. Because what we'll do here is we'll metamorph, and we'll put it on the lodestone. If we draw another land, we're in very solid shape. So what we can do here is we can actually just tangle wire him. And let's Phyrexian metamorph here. And see if we can resolve this. Because if this resolves, I think we're in extremely good shape. Because that way he can't actually cast a Force. Well, if he has a Force of Will, he's going to cast it. And I don't think he does because he didn't have it last turn. So it would have involved him top decking one, but it completely locks him out from doing anything. And we will, of course, tangle wire here. And this should wrap it down, I would think. And we'll just sit back here because he's caught under our tangle wire now for quite a few turns. And of course we can just follow that up with a staff and in here, and it's just going to completely outdistance him, or a duplicate for that matter. And hopefully he misses on land here. Yeah, he's just done because we can duplicate him at will here. Not this turn, unfortunately, because we're going to tap down to our tangle wire. But okay, so there's game one. Just chatting with my opponent. And got sidetracked. So let's see if we're facing off against a turn one Delver here. We have a really good hand. Once again, it's very vulnerable to Wasteland, but I think hopefully we draw into a sphere, like a thorn here would be good, or a chalice potentially. Oh, nice, my opponent's got Black Lotus. Nothing to do with it, it looks like. Oh, sphere resistance, but that's not really what we're looking for here. Because actually it is good, because we can play excuse me, we can play lodestone golems. As long as we don't get wastelanded. It's quite bad for us if we get wastelanded. But hopefully he doesn't flip here. And hopefully he doesn't have a land. And he does. And they're basics. And I do have some worry about the basic mountain there. I really would have rather that been an island, because of course now we're very vulnerable to lightning bolts on our lodestone. But I think we just have to lead out with the lodestone golem here. I'm very tempted to play a tangle wire, but where it's bad for us, if he does get a wasteland, we're just locked out of the game under our own sphere here. So I think we have to get a threat on the table, and if he doesn't have an answer to it right away, then we're in really good shape. But I wouldn't be surprised to see him crack his Lotus land. Okay. So let's see if we can get this through. I mean, a force of will stop it, but he'd have to have a crack his Lotus to do it, which is not very good, of course. So he should flip here because he did a preordain. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. I guess he's after lands here. So this could very well eat a lightning bolt. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So he's got lots of mana. Glad he tapped down his red source there. Yeah, we're just going to plow in here. I mean, he may have a Snapcaster or something here, but I think that's just fine. I'm willing to trade. Okay, so I think we do just get a lodestone out here. I mean, we've got to kind of be careful of the damage we're taking here, but I think lodestone is a really good card here. So hopefully he's just bricking here. Like, hopefully he's just got a lot of mana and he's not able to do anything. Where this becomes awkward is if he has something like a young Pyromancer, it's going to be really hard for us to get through, at which point we'd have to attack from the stance that we need to use our Forge Master to go and get... Okay, interesting. What are we dealing with here? Okay, is this a Gush? Okay, that's fine. It does stop our lodestone pretty good, but it cost him a lot of resources to do it as well, so I don't think it's too bad for us. Unfortunately, we can't actually get through it, but we drew a great card. Okay, so I think we can actually cast the Hellkite here. Yeah, we can. It's going to cost us quite a bit of life to do it, but the Hellkite is a really tough card for him to be able to deal with. And unfortunately, I'm probably going to trade with him here. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to trade. He's got all sorts of mana here for sure, but hopefully he does not flip, because that puts us within lightning bolt range. It does. Okay. So we're in a little bit of a precarious spot here, in the sense that he's not worried about our spheres at all, and he's probably got a lot of removal. He's gushing again. Okay. Interesting. I think we've just got a tangle wire here next turn. Merchant Scroll, interesting. What's he going for? I mean, we could double tangle wire, which is pretty solid at locking him out completely. I mean, we'll see what he gets here. I mean, if it's instant speed removal, then that's not so good for us. Okay, Ancestral Recall is definitely a good card. Chalice would be good here. So he can't really attack. Okay, we can't do double tangle wire. We've got 7 mana. Okay, so we're going to attack with our Hellkite here, and it removes his. I mean, he has to pretty much block with his Delver here, and if he doesn't, I wipe out his Sapphire and his Aberration. Steel Hellkite's a really great card. Okay, he didn't. So I think that's an error on his part. Because I don't think he realizes I get his Insectile off that. Which is solid. And Tangle Wire should just wrap him up, I would think. Because he can't counter it right now, so... Okay, so let's Tangle Wire, and that should wrap him down, I would think. And he can't counter that. And then we'll play another Sphere of Resistance here. I see no reason not to. He certainly cannot. I guess he can cast Lightning Bolt on me. Double Lightning Bolt. That would be 3 mana. He'd have to get over, and he just dies here. Yeah, he just dies. So I can play the Sphere. Okay guys, we're back here, and so I played out both Sphere of Resistance. Going to be able to cast anything here. Tangle Wire taps them all down. He plays a land, and he can't cast anything because he's buried under 3 spheres. So we're going to get there, guys. Okay, that's it. Okay guys, we got there.